Hello, crypto. How is everybody doing out there? I hope you're doing well, although I'm sure you're probably not. Our resolve is being tested yet again as crypto enthusiasts, Pulsechain enthusiasts. We are being tested to the limit again, but we're staying busy. We're staying busier than a cucumber in a woman's prison. Yo, Shrey, what's happening? Shrey in the chat already. Feeling the love for the crypto. You're being tested. Yeah, I'm all good. We discussed this last week. Number one rule of crypto: don't invest what you can't afford to lose. So, exactly. In the comments section there, Shrey, ban the dips. Fed up ban dips. I want to be selling tops or pumps at least. Yeah, but on a serious note, the narrative hasn't changed. We just got to keep on going. It's crazy how much doubt there is. I'm not even going to say FUD, fear, uncertainty, and doubt, because there is actually no FUD. It's just people feeling the pressure, not even what the downside. It just keeps going on and on and on. If you watched last week, I went on a super rant on the channel. On this show last week, I went on a super rant trying to be the absolute bottom signal. I was doing it on purpose. I'm not one to freak out. You got to take these things as they come. We're in the markets that we have absolutely no control over. You've just got to just got to keep changing your time horizons. Ban the dips. It's all right saying buy the dips, but I'm sure there's a lot of people don't have any funds left to buy the dips with. Don't get me wrong, a lot of people are making a lot of money. There's always money to be made. There's always smart moves here and there. But when you're in a consistent downtrend, I think I seen a post today that that we've been in a 5-week Pulsechain downtrend, another 5 weeks of down and pain. Ink and Hex have actually had 6 weekly red candles. Can you believe it? I suppose nobody really ever thought we would be in this position after this long length of time. In fact, I'm going to go back. I'm going to go back and play a video here. Actually, look at this. I haven't watched this actually in a long time myself. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see what I say in this. It's been so long since I created it or made it. Just to see how I was feeling. Let's have a look back at this. Carry on. Okay. Let's see. Okay, what's right? I've been changing the time horizons for the last 4 years. This is the calm before the storm. 2025 should be the year. Fingers crossed. 2025 really should be the year. And actually, while I remember that, let's look here's because here's the thing. People saying posting the the chart of the crypto cycle, the cheat sheet that shows the cycle with euphoria and all the carry on. People posting that today saying we're right at the point where the main pump starts, which we all believe we're at right now. It would just have been nice to have seen a little bit more upside before then, because again here, November, December, I thought we were going to run into the end of the year strong. We didn't. And then you kind of got the feeling, okay, that's right, have a little bit of a pullback. When we go into the January, we'll start ripping. But we're another 2 weeks of sideways and down. So keep an eye on the Satoshi meter, Ali. What's the Satoshi meter? Post the link in and I'll bring it up happily. The Satoshi meter. I just go by the Ali meter. whatever I'm feeling at that time. Let's see. I just wanted to have a quick look at the hex. Is this the old hex chart that I drew on? Let's see if my little blue lines come up. Oh, no, that's not, sorry. E-hex. It's not called E-hex. There's another hex here. Too many hexes. Original Ethereum hex. Woohoo! Original Ethereum hex. Look. December. Okay, yeah, let's spread this out a little bit and see what we're looking like from the time in the last bull cycle. So this is the where we've been at sideways. This, okay, November. It was down in November of 2020, down November 2020, and December 20. So people are saying that Hex didn't go on its run until after everything else pumped, which isn't really right. It's not really correct. Okay. It was in its uptrend from the start of December 2020 all the way through. I suppose you could argue this is all choppy sideways action, but I mean, even look at from here to here, 3x over the space of, let's see, January, 3x in 3 months. So, I mean, if we were doing that, we'd be happy right now. If we were a 3x from here, we would be close to 2 times sacrifice price at the minute. So, yeah, let's just hope something like this trend happens to us next. But yeah, look at this. I get into crypto in May 2021. So it's just coming up to my 4-year anniversary. Coming up to the 4-year anniversary. And after about 3 months of being in crypto, May, June, July, probably, yeah, within the first 3 months, I found Richard Hart videos. I sacrificed for Pulsechain within the first 3 months. And I thought at that time, even then, I thought, holy shit, this is awesome. By the end of it, was obviously quite new, quite naive, and I sacrificed about $7,000 for Pulsechain, and I was literally thinking that was going to make me $50 million. I was looking at the 10,000 X for Hex and thinking Pulsechain could do something similar. 10,000x from sacrifice price. Classic. Okay, so I'm just going to go to my profile and watch my pinned video because I talked about investing in, when was this posted? November 2022. So this has even been after a while whenever the sacrifice for Pulsechain had happened as well. So let's see what I was saying back then in 2022. Oh jeez, I feel the cringe coming on. So imagine a scenario where a new technology pops up. Whole new industry created from it, and the industry's thriving and growing. And 12 years later, after it's been going 12 years, you get the opportunity to learn from a billionaire that has been in the industry more or less since it started. So this person, obviously being in the industry, would have knowledge of how things work and all of the intricacies of the industry that most people do not. If you had the chance to listen to such a person, would you do it? Well, luckily for me, I have been doing it. So I got into crypto about a year ago, about a year and a half. And just like everybody else, I starting off, download my MetaMask, listen to BitBoy on YouTube. And one day BitBoy said that he had a billionaire, Richard Hart, coming on his show. And being new to crypto, I couldn't believe it, that there was going to be a fucking billionaire on talking to all us regular folk about crypto. And luckily for me again, whenever I listened to that show, I was very excited to listen to it, and I was blown away
by the sense and truths that Richard Hart was talking about. And it was very, very clear that he knew far more than all the other people that were on that show. So luckily, I was blown away. And I went down the Hacks Richard Hart rabbit hole. And everything that I've found there since has been wonderful. I've learned so much. I've learned how to keep my crypto secure. I wasn't convinced on Hacks at the start, just like a lot of people, but I bought it at 18 cents last year, and I bought it all the way up to 40, and I've been DCAing all the way down to 3 cents this year. I've sacrificed for Pulse and Pulse X. So with crypto falling apart all around us, I feel like I'm in an absolutely fucking awesome position. It's unbelievable. So folks, you have the opportunity to listen to some people out there who really, really are out there to look out for you and help you. So choose wisely who you listen to. Good luck out there.
Oh, listen to that. Okay, there's still a hell of a lot of truth in that, in my opinion. Yes, obviously the the Pulsechain and Pulsechain sacrifices haven't been what I thought they would be. In fairness as well, see, thinking back to that, buying, I'd bought all the way down. This is the beauty of DCA. Is that I'd been buying that hex all the way down to 3 cents, and most of my purchases then at that stage were, I think I got my average buy down to something like 3.5 cents, and at that stage it then pumped to something like 12, where I should have just exited the whole fucking crypto space and left. that was in the pre-Pulsechain launch pump, I think, thinking back. But look, yeah, none of those things have changed. Richard Hart's obviously the absolute goat of crypto. And hopefully he comes back, as well. Brandon Rags the Riches put out a good post today. Let's just have a look at it. Okay, let's have a look at it. He put out a great post today. Oh shit. Okay. Another guy that's deep in Pulsechain and also building heavy over on Titanx. But he put a great. Okay, here's it here. I'm gonna read this one out. Pulsechain, keep building. Act as if RH is never coming back, and it's on your shoulders to make the chain sink or swim. Many of you are doing this already. Keep it up. If you'd like to build educational website or protocol or have a good idea, contact buildthetech.com. They can help. Obviously, he's got a little development agency, buildthetech.com. I also have one, accelerate.build. We have been flat out building projects as well. So yes, I'm shilling a competitor here, but he's got the right message. There's enough business for everybody out there, so I don't really care. But he's got the right message. Whenever I decided to build Pulse Wars, the exact reason was this. At that stage, Richard Hart had been missing for maybe a year. We didn't know whether he was going to come back. We didn't, and we had no idea really the future or what the future was going to look like. People were saying not to build on Pulsechain, that everybody should just be banned RH tickers, and then many people obviously thought the opposite, that we needed to build and build the chain out. So I mean, that was the whole reason that I wanted to build Pulse Wars, was to add to the infrastructure and the building and all the things that were available for investors on Pulsechain. And it kind of feels like this is still a very, very valid message. We got a little sniff of what can happen if some of the sacrifice funds do come flooding in. When was that? That must have been almost fucking 6, 7, 8 months ago or something. Yeah, and I think there was about 27, maybe a wee bit more, $30 million came across the bridge and started ban a Pulsechain and Pulsex. We thought we were off to the races, but in good old Pulsechain yeet fashion, people couldn't wait to sell their bags quick enough. So we're still here. But this message from Brandon is exactly what I've always thought. I've been building away in the background as well. I have a couple of things in the pipeline for Pulsechain, and I'm also looking at, it's a little bit of news, I suppose, but we have built that. We had a mini game built on to the in Pulse Wars, And just with the participation and things, we hadn't been able to launch that yet. We're coming to a point here shortly where that should be able to be activated in the Pulse Wars game app, a little mini trading game where people can play weekly games, trading, weekly trading games that are separate from the main elimination game. So, and then I'm hoping to roll that out and bring in some other communities and coins to play in that game with us. So, yeah, it's been a crazy ride. So let's get a quick look into what is going on in the game. I have been really busy this last week. Sorry. Yeah, I've been really busy this last week just trying to create new content and stay busy, getting refocused. I was so busy with building projects that busy with building projects lately that most of them are almost kind of ready to be shipped, and I have a little bit of space, brain clarity to see what actually needs to be done to help out the success of the protocols that we've already launched. So exciting times ahead. Share screen. Yeah, I haven't really looked at the game tab. I made a couple of trades last week. Let's see. I made a couple of trades when round 3. So if you haven't been paying attention, we're into round 3. We're just over a week of 4 into round 3, and I only have 3 players left in the game. Oof! That's painful. That is fucking painful. So we'll look at the leaderboard quickly first to get an idea of what's going on. So in this round 3, there are 284 participants, and only 128 will progress to the next round. So you have to be in the top 128 to progress. If you make it into the top 128, you will get your equal share of this 52 million pulse. So it works out at about 400,000 PLS for each NFT that progresses from round 2 to round 3. Not a massive amount of money at the minute, but it's like everything. You continue to make it through the rounds, build that up, and hopefully at some stage when we get this Pulsechain pump, your prize pool, your funds can skyrocket with it. So let's see what the number 1 portfolio is. Probably still P-Day. It's hanging in there. I'd like to see something different. I would like to see something different. Nope. Okay, so I mean, P-Day is still hanging in there as the number 1 performing coin in the game. Now, if we look at the 20 coins, this is how you kind of remember that. Remember how badly all of crypto is. It's not just Pulsechain, it's not just Titan X, it's all of crypto. Because if we'll have a look at the trade box, if we just quickly look down. So what my tactic here was to go all in Titan X with this founder. I still have 8 trades left. This was a re-entry, so I was able to do all the pre-game trades. And my tactic here was in the hope that Titan X had bottomed out. I went all in Titan X with a view that I have 8 trades that I can trade back into other coins if needs be. I was hoping I could see all 20 coins. So let's see. I was hoping I'd be able to see all 20 in there to get an idea of exactly how badly everything's doing. So, everything in there, we've got Sol, Bitcoin. There's 5 or 6 different meme coins from Ethereum, the likes of Pepe, Bonk, Turbo, Trump, and they're all not performing anywhere near as well as P-Day has done since November last year. So that'll kind of give you an idea. It's not just Pulsechain. Everything else is fucking stinking too. My NFT, so filter back out. I'm not performing too well. Oof, 280. If this one's last place, Holy shit, this is actually last place. Last? I didn't see that coming. What does that tell you? Titan X is probably the worst performing coin in the game since we started. It must be, well, certainly is. This one we would have bought. Although, in saying that, a re-entered NFT does start near the bottom of the league, so it just hasn't made up any progress. They do get a little bit of a harder time. I thought, the thing is, there's maxis in the game any NFTs in the game from previous rounds that held just Titan X will have been eliminated because it didn't perform very well over a couple of months. That a lot of the ones that held that coin did get eliminated. So that was my thinking behind going in all in Titan X. But as you can see, it is the absolute bottom of the table in terms of Pulse Wars NFTs. What is this one? This one's ranked 202. It's not great. It needs to make up a lot of ground. I think as well, I already made some trades in here. Again, all at 30, 75% Titan X in this one. I think I did one of these. All in Titan X, and then forgot and did the other one. So I've been absolutely annihilated here. Oh, come on! I'm going to get eliminated from my own game this round if Titan X doesn't pull around. You have to look at the trades for the founder tomorrow. And what's this one got in it? We're looking at P-Dye. So this one's nice and heavy in P-Dye. 16K. P-Dye pumps, we might get somewhere with this one. And I still have 2 trades on it. So there's a little bit of life in there still yet. So the prize pool, there's another 12K or 12 million pulse to go into this figure. So 670 million pulse in the prize pool. So that's still creeping up week on week. A little bit get it added in there each week. All we need is a little bit of Pulsechain pumpage to get us going. Okay, so what have we got here in the comments? You can't rule out e-hacks. Think about it this way. If you've been watching Pulsechain testnet, one e-hacks used to cost 250 Pulsechain hits $1. That's a $2.50 hex. Yeah, look, I was not a big hex staker, but I did keep all my hex bags. They were obliterated. But if they go back to anything from 10 cents up, I'll be pretty happy. And there is the potential for it to go a hell of a lot higher than that, a hell of a lot higher. So my bags are packed and well covered. Hope you're doing 30-day rolling stakes, Ali. Going to be a money printer at $1. Yeah, that's it. Those rolling hack stakes. Okay, let's see. Let's see if we're going to see what else is creeping up. Oh, hold on 1 second. I was about to look at that. About to look at this Citizen NFT. Just to see. Oh, yeah. P-Dye. Shimmied this one around and went less in P-Hex and ink. And added a little bit more into P-Dye in this portfolio. No, actually. That's okay. So, no, not even. These were auto-selected at the start and played around with in the pre-game. So they haven't really changed much. That's just up because P-Dye is pumped. That's all. That's the only reason that's up there. All right. So we'll have a quick look at the leaderboard and see what's creeping. If there's anything at all creeping up behind P-Dye. These are all the P-Dye natives. This one's bound to be the same one with P-Dye and Teddy Bear. That's going to be all Teddy Bear ones, I'm going to guess. Rank 20. Yeah. Okay. So all the NFTs holding P-Dye and Teddy Bear are in the top 20. You probably wouldn't have called that one at the time. Another 84x or something like that for P-Dye to peg to $1. So quite a bit to go. Hopefully this is something different. Although it is a native, it is another Pulsechain coin. PTGC. The PTGC hanging in there really well too. What else have we got? You see, all these are all natives. These are all Pulsechain coins. All Pulsechain portfolios performing better than all the Ethereum-based coins in the game. Still, power items. Pulsechain's going to hold all Pulsechain coins. Citizens, power items. I wonder what the top-ranked portfolio or top-ranked one that has non-Pulsechain coins. All right, so here's a couple of founders. These, let's see, a couple of founders. Yo, Rich, how's it going? So let's see what this founder's doing. So this is all the way down in rank 50. Somebody's been playing the game here with this one, maybe? No, not even. This has just been held these 4 coins from the start. Bears performed pretty well. UFOs performed pretty well. And then obviously HOA. HOA has been an absolute stinker. HOA. So if you imagine since we started November, this player has not done any trades yet. And HOA would have been 20. So all these would have been 25% split evenly across each of the 4. And the fact that it's dropped down to 4% of the portfolio just shows that Hex origin address has been an absolute stinker of a coin in the last 3-4 months. Unfortunately, I hold a bag of that. Didn't buy the top of that one, actually. I get in that one at a good time. But it's like almost round tripping. Almost round tripping back to the start. So yeah, again, UFO, PTGC, Teddy Bear, and PDI. If you know, you know, as they say. If you know, you know. Unfortunately, I don't want to flick down. I'll do it one more time and have a quick look to see if there's anything that pops up that is all what we call legacy coins, not Pulsechain. Probably not. See how far down we'll have to go to get to the likes of that. We know we're going past 50 anyway. We're still power items. I'm going to say a lot of those power items. Again, Pulsechains and power items. Founder, Pulsechain. Citizens again. Citizens are only Pulsechain coins. Holy shit. The other coins in the game have performed so badly. Okay, we've got a Maxi. This is going to be a non-Pulsechain coin. So this is actually going to tell us exactly what is the best performing non-Pulsechain coin since we began. You can see these portfolio values are all the same. So these players have not been active doing their boosts. And here's the thing. Here's a little bit of alpha as well. I'll show you how the reward contracts and stuff work here afterwards. So the Dogecoin is the best performing coin that isn't a Pulsechain coin in Pulse Wars. Dogecoin, 100% all in Doge, hasn't been used in the boost functions. Loser. Now, why this is bad? If there comes a time where, especially when you get to the later rounds, and it's not going to be too long before we're into these rounds where making it through could be the difference between 10, 15, 20 grand. And if you hold a native or a maxi that's performing well and you don't boost it, hopefully I can go back to the no, it won't take me back to that spot in the table, unfortunately. What rank 84? So you'll have seen that there were about most of these single coin portfolios. Each coin seems to have roughly, call it 5, 6, 7 of those out. So you will have seen there was about 6 or 7 maxis, all probably holding Doge, and they're all on the exact same portfolio value. If one of these players had just have boosted their portfolio, they would be above all those other coins. They would be in the top place. Now, that doesn't matter so much now, but when you get down to the last 32, the last 64, the last 32, those that one boost of even 1% will put you above all those players that are not paying attention. So one of the most important things you can do in the game is use the boost function. It just gives you that little bit of an edge over all the portfolios that are slightly the same as yours, or in the case of maxis and natives, exactly the same. So as well, if you've been paying attention, happy days. You've been playing, making your trades sweet, all good. When we come to rewards, if we go and look at we'll look at leaderboards. The 52 million pulse will get distributed into a rewards contract. So if we look at previous rounds, just to get an idea, see winners. If you click into the winners list, this is just going to display the top, whatever it was last round. This you'll be able to scroll all the way down through this to see what the 256 participants that made it through were. Now, if you click into my NFTs, it will show you all the ones in the last round that were victorious. And this part here, reward not available. And when we go in and we're playing in round 4, and you come back and see the results for round 3, if you've made it into round 4, this will be active, and you will have a button here to claim your rewards. Now, if you do not claim the rewards in 2 weeks, they will go back into the prize pool. Now, the reason we're doing this is because this was always in there from the start, the contracts. It starts to get messy if you leave the funds in and you start to add more in after that. So for simplicity, we're taking them out if you don't claim within 2 weeks. Now, if anybody comes back after a long time, tough fucking shit. We're on here every week talking. You should be paying attention. Plus, it just means as well that that there will be more funds in the prize pool for the next round for the people that are paying attention and are actually playing. Because what we didn't want is there's a lot of people that don't pay any attention to what's going on, not just here in this game, but in all of crypto. You know, there was a lot of NFTs airdropped. A lot of people minted them, gave up on the game, walked away. And we don't want to just leave funds in the game that are just lying there when they could be going, and they could be going to the players who are actually active and playing the game. So 2 weeks after the round, will be the window to to come in and claim your prize rewards. I might actually be able to up that to 3 weeks for round 1. But when the rounds get shorter, that time frame will need to come down a little bit as well. So just something to bear in mind. Be ready to claim your rewards when round 3 ends. And if you have the boost function, have a look at what the other NFTs around you in the table are, what they're holding, and see if it's worth using that boost function. At the end of the day, that could be the difference between a first place and a second place. A 5th place and a 4th place could be that one simple boost function that you used way back in round 3. It's that fucking crazy. And people again, it's another thing. It's probably a good thing that so many people aren't paying attention. The ones that are getting the alpha. They're being able to make the moves that the other people aren't. And then whenever anybody else does come back in, they'll be playing catch up. Because here's the thing. What have we got? We've got a long time of this game to go. We're only in round 3. There's 10 rounds. We're going to be somewhere out in the middle, about another 4 or 5 months from now before we're really getting into the last couple of rounds. And by that stage, the prize pools hopefully will be a hell of a lot juicier than they are now. And if you've been paying attention, as I say, you could be in a much better position by playing these little moves right at this minute in time. So it's going to check the chat here again for a second. How's SHIB performing? I actually have no idea. I can't be arsed doing some trades to get that up, and I can't be arsed pulling the chart up either. It's not doing as well as Doge anyway. We know that for a fact. We are all lost in the clouds. Hi, yeah, close. Okay, right. I was just fixing to. I've been banning this Titan X dip. The dip keeps dipping. Yeah, that just like it's fucking crazy. You seen that meme getting posted 2.5 years ago. The sniper in the church, the dip of the dip of the dip of the dip. That's exactly. I can't believe we're still at that point. We're gotta be finally at the last dip. We're right now at the fucking sniper at the back. That is the last and final dip. So, okay. So as usual, folks, if you're here listening to this show, there's always little bits of alpha in there for you. So good luck. I hope your NFTs are performing better than expected, better than mine for sure. I might have to rejoin in. Yeah. Remember, a couple of things to remember for now. So if you've been eliminated now, or if it looks like you're going to get eliminated now, you will be able to re-enter any of your other. Because I didn't re-enter all my NFTs, just picked a couple. So there are a few. We'll just show that quickly. We'll go to my NFTs. As I say, these were the 9 that I have. There's only 3 left in the game. There are currently another, what is there, 5, 6, another 6 here that are eliminated. I can rejoin with these NFTs for 2 million pulse. So I might need to put a couple in. They will, if I click these and rejoin them in the game during round 3 now, they'll be able to participate then in round 4. So I'll probably getting closer to the end of the round. I'll probably have a look at a few of these if I can't turn these other ones around and get at least 1 or 2 of these back up into the top 128. Then I'll probably have to rebuy in a couple because I don't want to be kicked out and eliminated from my own game so early on. Okay, so you hanging in there? Okay, Shrey. Yeah, I'm doing okay. Ban the dip on some. I am not buying any more dips. I bought enough dips. Yeah, if it dips more, it just means I'm sitting a little bit longer. That's it. So look, yeah, you can rejoin in for 3 million pulse now. You can also mint a brand new Pulse Wars NFT for 3 million pulse. Remember, those prize pools are going to get a hell of a lot juicier whenever the bull run actually kicks in. Alt season has got to be here very, very soon. Okay. So yeah, thanks everybody for tuning in. I will be back online tomorrow night for the weekly blaze. The weekly blaze tomorrow night. I'm actually doing a Titan X beginners special. We're going to be running through the real basics of Titan X, kind of just trying to get some nice simple informational stuff for any beginners that are kicking about out there that want to learn a little bit about Titan X as well. And yeah, we'll have some news about things coming to Pulsechain, and stay tuned. There will be a bit of news and updates on a few other things coming to Pulse Wars DAP very, very soon. Red Squirrel, you're late. You're just in time to say goodbye.